Norway's crown princess Mette-Marit breaks silence on Jeffrey Epstein ties. I was manipulated and deceived. In an emotional and highly anticipated interview aired today on Norwegian public broadcaster NRK, Crown Princess Mette-Marit addressed for the first time the controversy surrounding her past friendship with the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Seated alongside her husband, Crown Prince Haakon, at their residence in Skogum, the Crown Princess appeared tearful as she described feeling deeply manipulated and deceived by Epstein. The roughly 20-minute conversation, recorded on Thursday, comes amid mounting pressure on the Norwegian royal family following the release of additional Epstein-related documents earlier this year. "I was manipulated and deceived," Mette-Marit stated clearly. "Of course, I wish I had never met him." She emphasized taking personal responsibility for what she called poor judgment, admitting she did not sufficiently investigate Epstein's background despite their contact spanning several years, primarily 2011 to 2014, according to released files. The Crown Princess explained that the connection began through a mutual acquaintance during her time as a UN Special Envoy focused on HIV/AIDS programs. She characterized the relationship as friendly and companionable, insisting it was never romantic or inappropriate in nature. "It was a friendship. He was a friend of mine first and foremost," she said, denying any intimate tone in their communications despite some emails drawing public scrutiny for their warmth. A key moment in the interview involved her 2013 stay at Epstein's Palm Beach, Florida mansion, where she said she felt unsafe and uncomfortable, an experience that ultimately led her to end contact. "I've never seen anything illegal," she added, while expressing sympathy for Epstein's victims and frustration over the incomplete justice in his case. She voiced concern that her association may have inadvertently provided him with a degree of legitimacy. The revelations stem from U.S. Justice Department documents released in late January 2026, which included extensive email exchanges mentioning Mette-Marit hundreds of times. While earlier reports had surfaced about the links, the new files intensified scrutiny in Norway, prompting criticism from political figures, including Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Støre, over her decision-making. This interview arrives at a challenging time for the royal household. It coincides with the recent conclusion of the criminal trial against her son, Marius Borg-Høiby, adding to the family's public pressures. Reactions have been mixed. Norwegian media outlets like VG and Dagbladet noted the Crown Princess's emotional delivery and her effort to rebuild public trust, while some commentators questioned elements of her timeline given the documented interactions post-Epstein's 2008 conviction. No accusations of wrongdoing have been leveled against Mette-Marit beyond the association itself. The royal family has previously issued apologies for the situation, but today's broadcast marks the most direct and personal response yet. As the story continues to unfold, many in Norway, and internationally, are watching to see how this chapter impacts the monarchy's standing. Stay tuned to MJK Blog for updates on this developing story and other global news. Sources: NRK, Reuters, AP, BBC, and other international reports.